Please start, ma'am.
Okay, so should I say Sujit said to stop presenting right now?
No, ma'am, just wait. Bhagyasha?
Yes.
Ma'am,
Yes,
it's
please.
Bhuvani now.
Yes, Bhuvani, please go on.
Okay. Good morning, all. I, Bhuvani Bai, on behalf of NCT's Rajiv Gandhi Institute of Technology and Department of Computer Engineering, welcome you all to online FDP on AI and data science, the future of tomorrow. Our speaker for today's session is Dr. Sujit Das Sir. Dr. Sujit Das Sir is an assistant professor in Department of Computer Science and Engineering at National Institute of Technology, Warangal, Telangana. Dr. Sujit Das Sir has completed his PhD from Department of Computer Science and Engineering, NIT Durgapur, in 2016. Sir has published 44 papers in the referred journals and conferences and scored 894 citations. He has research publications in prestigious journals like Applied Soft Computing, Neural Computing and Applications, International Journal of Fuzzy Systems, Journal of Ambient Intelligence and Humanized Computing, Soft Computing, Journal of Intelligent and Fuzzy Systems, and many more. He is also working as an active reviewer in many reputed journals and conferences. Sir has achieved 3 Conference Best Paper Awards in CSO 2014 Beijing, FICTA 2015 Durgapur, and FORT 2018 Kolkata. Dr. Sujit Sir is working as a course instructor in the Universal Human Values to nurture the human mind in order to bring the feelings of happiness in our society at the larger perspective. He has organized a number of faculty development programs and conferences. Moreover, he has chaired many sessions in the prestigious conferences, delivered talks as invited speaker in many FDPs, seminars, and conferences. His research interest includes fuzzy set, hybridized fuzzy soft set, multi-criteria decision making, robust and optimal decision solution using soft computing, artificial intelligence, evolutionary computation, and machine learning. I welcome you, sir, wholeheartedly, and thank you for joining us today. I request you to enlighten us with your knowledge and experience.
Okay, thank you, madam, for this brief and nice introduction. Really, it's an opportunity for me to share my thoughts over this nice platform. This is organized by Rajiv Gandhi Institute of Technology, Mumbai, and Department of Computer Engineering. So I want to take this opportunity to convey my thanks to the coordinators, especially Dr. Jyoti Desmukh, and also I want to convey my thanks to the organizing committee members once again for inviting me to share my ideas over this FDP on AI and data science, the future of tomorrow. So with this, we will start the session.
Yes, sir.
Now, this is my sketch of presentation. So firstly, I will tell a little bit regarding this data science, a brief discussion on data science. Then gradually, we'll move data science components, life cycles, how we can apply machine learning in data science, and what are the various applications of data science. Then we will see some aspects of artificial intelligence, how we can apply the artificial intelligence to solve the complex problems. Now, so if we find out that what is the need of data science, since the entire FDP is on AI and data science, so it's my responsibility to start with the need of data science. So what is the need for this data science? So I think all we have heard about this self-driving car. So I think a few decades back, simply the self-driving car was a joke basically. If someone telling what is self-driving car, okay, it's a jokes only. But today it's a reality. Today it's no more a jokes. That self-driving car. So how the things are becoming possible in self-driving car? You know, once today we are telling about this self-driving car, then simply it is rooting out more than 2 billion deaths caused by the car accidents annually. And once we are the human beings, we are operating the car. Maybe we are facing some mistakes. Maybe we are doing something wrong. And we are the human beings. Often we say, as we are the human beings, we are always imprecise in nature. Once we are doing something, always we have some hesitation with us. Okay, it is very much difficult to reply the nature in very much specific way. So now definitely once we may be some expert driver, but once we are driving the car, it's very much common. So that's why we are finding so much accidents are there, so much deaths are there by the car accidents. So how to avoid this kind of accidents? Yes, to avoid these kind of accidents, we need the self-driving car. Then probably someone will laugh. So if a car is driving itself, how we can minimize the deaths? Yes, that is the beauty of this data science. So once the car is driving itself, then it will automatically detect if some crowd is there, then speed may be slow. If it finds the signal is red, maybe it will stop. So all kind of this artificial intelligence are being embedded into that system, so that it can take the decisions automatically based on whatever the knowledge or based whatever the learned we have incorporated in that particular system. Also, we can find out that once you are in airport, then often you are finding the announcement that your flight is delayed due to some bad weather or due to some other conditions. So is it okay? So once we are in airport, we are so much busy. But again, you need to see that kind of consequences, because maybe probably that kind of efficient prediction techniques is not available with us. So how to predict the weather? How to predict the weather much more exactly, so that kind of unfortunate scenarios we might not face. How to do that? Again, that is the blessings of data science. Using the data science, with this kind of predictions can be done in much more smoother manner. So again, what we are finding, that sometimes whatever the Airbus we are finding, so due to proper route planning, so sometimes we are finding they are not doing that kind of proper route planning. So due to the improper route planning, so sometimes some Airbus, they are getting some loss, or they are finding that kind of benefits are not there. So how to remove all these things? So that means we need some historical data, we need some past data, and we need to analyze the data to take some decisions, to find out some conclusions, so that which routes will be much more beneficial, which routes will be much more profitable for us. So today, basically the thing is that, so we have some huge amount of data. We are dealing with a huge amount of data. Data is not a problem. So what is the problem? Problem is that right track, right way to analyze the data. We need some systems so that we can analyze the big and complex data quite efficiently. So how to do that? Again, this is the beauty of data science, that data science will help us to analyze the data so that we can find out the innermost visualization inside the data, and we can take our decisions accordingly. Now, I think in today, so many of are getting quite wondering that how Amazon, Flipkart, they are suggesting items as per our needs. So suppose a few days back, I have purchased some items. So today I am finding Amazon or Flipkart, they are giving me the some sorts of items that is very much relevant, whatever I have purchased few days or few months back. How it is getting possible? How automatically the preferences are coming to us? Is it getting done automatically? No, nothing is getting done automatically. So everything we are incorporated as in a system in terms of some AI modeling. And also we find that, so once we check our mail, so no need to bother about our mail. Whatever the very much relevant emails, so that will come to our inbox. And whatever mails are not really relevant to us, simply that will move to that spam mail. So how to difference between these two kinds of category? Who will make it difference and how they will make it difference? So that means machines should have some capability that they should read that what kind of emails I am simply opening, I am checking, and what kind of emails simply I am not checking. What kind of emails, once it is coming to my inbox, simply I am deleting. So based kind of past data, based kind of some historical data, so the system is automatically determining. So which mail should be important for me and which mail may not be so much important for me. And also we can find out an important application in Netflix. So how Netflix predicts that shows of our liking. So suppose today I am seeing, I am watching some kind of movie that is adventurous movie. So automatically I will find that Netflix is predicting me, is suggesting me to show some another kind of movie, to find out some another kind of movie based on whatever I have observed or based on whatever I have seen in the last few days. So how this kind of automatic prediction is being done? Again, this is the blessings of data science, so that these kind of things can be done automatically using the machine. So as I said, that how do they do it? How machines are automatically doing it? Is it like the thing that all these things are automatically being incorporated in machines? How the machines are doing these things automatically? So we are finding few questions over time. That in reality, doing such task is simply impossible without the availability of data. So firstly, data must be available. So based on the data only, that machines are taking some decisions taking the help of some existing models. Yes, this is the data science. Data science is all about using data to solve various kinds of problems. Now, once we are dealing regarding the problems, then the problems may be of decision making. It may be a product recommendation. It may be predicting the outcome. Now, what is the decision making? In our real life, whatever we can say, that we need to take decisions. Even in case of uncertainty, we need to take decisions. Today, we are finding that third wave may come. We are finding so many predictions regarding the COVID-19 third wave. So should we stop doing our working? No, we cannot postpone our decisions. We need to take our decision even in the presence of uncertainty. Even in the presence, once we are finding any time the third wave of COVID-19 may hit us. But we cannot sit idle. We need to take some decisions. So yes, so decision making, so we need to identify some alternatives among a set of alternatives based on some set of attributes or criteria. Now, what are the attributes or criteria? So attributes or criteria are the descriptive properties of the alternatives. So another thing is that product recommendation. That means the product are getting recommended by the Netflix, by the Amazon, by the Flipkart automatically. How they are doing? Yes, again, so these things are getting possible due to the blessings of this data science. So now what is the core job for a data science? So the core job for a data science is to understand the data, need to extract the useful information from the data, and ultimately they need to apply the inner side or inner meanings of the data to solve our real life problems. Now we'll see, so that what is data science? So data science simply we can find out that firstly, once we're studying regarding the data science, then one should first ask the right questions and exploring the right data. If we want to find out, we want to ask, if someone is able to ask the right question, that what do you need? Actually, then your problem is getting half solved. What do you need? So asking the right question itself, solving the problem 50%. Then once we are finding the right objective, so based on the right objective, we can model the data using the various existing algorithms. And then finally, we can communicate and we can visualize the result. So just 1 minute. Yes. So whatever we are discussing about, that what is data science basically? So simply we can tell that. So I think to avoid the distractions, so I need to switch off my video, otherwise it is getting a little bit distracted. Okay. So now what is data science? Whatever we are telling. So simply we can say data science is the area of study which involves simply extracting the insights from the vast amount of data by the use of various scientific methods, algorithms and processes. So how it will help you? So it will help you to discover the hidden patterns from the raw data. So simply the term data science, it is an emerging idea. So it has emerged because of the evolution of mathematical statistics, data analysis, and simply of big data. So once we are finding that data, once we are working on the data science, so we are finding that it's an interdisciplinary field. It's not simply related to the computer science. It is morely related to the mathematics. It is much more related to the bioinformatics. It is much more related to the statistics. So simply it is an interdisciplinary field that will allow you to extract knowledge from structured and unstructured data. So once I am telling about this structured and unstructured data, then what is the structured data and what is the unstructured data? So unstructured data, that means, from the various industries or organizations, we are finding that day by day, they are generating so much log files. Yes, the log files are the example of this unstructured data. Whatever the data you will get in your real life from any organizations, you will find out that most of the data are kind of unstructured data. And yes, obviously, at the same time, it's very much difficult to extract knowledge from the unstructured data rather than this structured data. But it is the job, it is the task of the data science that will enable you, that will validate us to define a problem, to define a business problem in terms of a research project using the help of data science. And ultimately then we will solve that particular research project using the help of data science. Ultimately we will get the solutions and we will come back to that particular business organizations to show the solution. Yes. So once we are discussing regarding this data science, so simply these fields, it requires some knowledge and skills from different disciplines, that including mathematics, statistics, computer science, and information technology. And the most important thing is that the data is available to us. The data is available to the society through the various networks. It is maybe the social media, it may be the Internet of Things, gadgets, cloud computing. So data are basically huge volume, and it's we are getting the data in variety in a manner of varieties manner. So often these are the unstructured data, complex data, and day by day the data is generating in a huge volume. One important fact I can tell, that whatever the data we have today, so simply in every 6 months the data is getting doubled and doubled. So we can imagine, we can assume, so we have today so much huge volume of data. What do we need to do? So for the purpose of benefit of any research organization, for the purpose of benefit any business organizations, so simply we need to analyze the data to extract the meaningful insight from the data so that we can use it for in behalf or for the benefit of our society, for the benefit of our human being. Now this is the various this is the various data science components. So I'll not go in detail. So here we are finding statistics are there. Yeah, yes. Where the statistics is helpful? Statistics be the most important component of the data science. How we do, what we do with the statistics. So it is a way to collect and analyze the numerical data in a large amount, and obviously, ultimately, we need to find the meaningful insights from the data. Next is domain expertise. So this domain expertise, so in data science, this domain expertise is a very much important one. So for a good data scientist, he or she must be a good expertise, must be expertise in the corresponding domain. He or she must have some good domain knowledge. Good domain knowledge means he or must have some good knowledge in which organization he is working, regarding about that data, regarding some machine learning tools, and regarding some deep learning tools. Now, next is the data engineering. So what is data engineering? So data engineering means, so it involves acquiring, storing, retrieval of information, and simply transformation of this data. Now, next is the visualization. So, visualization is very much important. So we may have some huge volume data, and if we fail to visualize the data properly, then obviously we will fail to understand the data. So that's why the visualization is very much important in the context of this data science. And finally, it's the advanced computing. So, this heavy lifting of data science is called the advanced computing. Advanced computing, it may involve designing, writing, debugging, maintaining the source code of computer programs, and various things. So next we'll see what are the various data science components. Quickly, I'll try to cover up what are the various data science components. So from this particular PPT, we are getting that various data science components. It is including that this mathematics, machine learning is there, computer science is there, data processing, domain expertise, and statistical research. Now we'll discuss what is the significance of mathematics. Yes, mathematics is the critical part of data science. Mathematics involves study of quantity, study of structure, space, and various changes of this data. And if someone wants to be a good data scientist, so this good knowledge of mathematics is very much essential to become a good data scientist. And next one is machine learning. Yes, once we are discussing regarding the data science, so simply we can say that machine learning, it is the backbone of the data science. What is machine learning? Machine learning is all about to provide training to a machine so that it can act as human brain. We are the human beings. So by utilizing our brain, so whatever we are learning, whatever perceptions we are having about our environment, so based on the perceptions, we can respond to the environment. If we want to include, if we want to embed the same thing in machine, how to do that? We want that machine should behave in very much similar manner how a human being is behaving. How to do that? Yes, that is the need of this deep learning technique. So that machine will be able to think in the very much similar manner how a human beings can think. Machine can respond in the very much similar manner how a human being can respond. So the contribution of machine learning, particularly the contribution of deep learning in the context of data science, that has a huge impact, and obviously we cannot deny that. So next is the data science life cycle. So once we are discussing regarding the data science, so we should be little bit aware about the life cycle of this data science. So first step is the discovery. Discovery means what? It means the defining the problem statement. So we need to define the problem statement very much critically, very much carefully. It is the most critical step in data science. If someone fails to define the problem statement in a proper manner, obviously they may not get the exact solution. Now, someone can ask me that why do we need that well-defined problem statement? What is the need of it? As I said earlier, a problem well-defined is a problem half solved. So getting the right question, getting the right question is the key to getting the right answer. So that means if we have a very much good knowledge regarding the problem, so rest of the world is very much easier for us. We can find out the solutions, or at least we can search the solution in quite comfortable manner. So next is the data collection. So we have the huge volume of data. So data collection, basically this is the systematic approach. This data, second one, data collection and data preparation. It is a systematic approach so that we can gather the relevant information from the variety of sources. Now, data may be collected from variety of sources. Now, it may be that data collection method may be of two types. One is the primary data collection, and second one is that secondary data collection. Now, what is primary data collection and what is secondary data collection? You know, sometimes we need to solve some unique problem. And once we are solving some unique problem, and we are finding no such related research is done in that particular subject, then you need to collect new data. Yes, this is the primary data collection. Here you need to collect the new data, and obviously it's a very much difficult task as no such related research works are available on that particular subject. So this is a very much challenging one for the data scientist. So second one is the secondary data. For secondary data, what might happen? So here data may be available, data may be readily available, and we can collect the data from some of the sources like internet, various research articles, various magazines, and from many more sites we can find out. So now what is our conclusion? That which one is easier or which one is less time consuming? Is it primary collection of data or is it secondary collection of data? So obviously the secondary data collection, this is less time consuming than the primary method. Since we have all these things, what you need to do? So only we need to analyze the data. So and one thing more regarding the data collections. So before we are proceeding to model the data, so after collecting the data, we need to ensure about the quality of that data. Obviously, whatever data we are collecting, that must be of good quality data. If we collect some bad quality data, what it may happen? So obviously, the bad quality data, it can give you or it may lead you for some misleading information from some about some wrong result. So simply data preparation is the most important task for the data science in the framework of data science. So once we have collected the data, we need to clean the data. We need to reduce the data in dimensions if it is required. We need to check the integration of the data so that we can proceed to the next level, that is the data modeling. Now, this model planning. So before we want to build any data model, data science model, we need to analyze the data much more carefully. So it will give us the insights that what are the tools may be required to model the data. Now, if you skip this step, model planning, so then what will happen? So maybe that you will end up in generating some inaccurate models, and maybe that you may be failed to choose the significant thing regarding your problem. So next one is the model building. So how model building will help us? So this model building, so that will help us simply to create the data sets for training and testing purpose. So in this phase only, in this model building, in this phase only, basically we'll start building up the model. So now the various techniques, so that ever we can use for this model building, various statistical methods we can use, various machine learning tools we can use. So for this machine learning, for this building purpose. Next one is operationalize. Last one is communicating communicating results. This communicating results, basically that is the data communication that is very much relevant for this data scientist. Here only we need to check whatever that we have reached to the goal or not, whatever we have set in the initial phase. So that particular goal we have achieved or not, that we need to check in this particular data communication phase. Here we need to communicate the findings and final result of our model with the business team. So more important thing is that we need to convince the business team using some visualization, using some proper visualization, so that yes, whatever the problem we have started, so that kind of solutions we are getting. So here ultimately you need to come to some specific conclusion based on your critical findings, so that you can convince to the business team whatever the problem we started with, yes, we have solved that particular problem. So this is all about regarding this data science life cycle. Next, an important part we will see, yes. So what is machine learning? So I hope in this FDP, since it's all about this AI and data science, so it's maybe before me, many of the resource functions, they have explained it quite clearly what is machine learning. But in this context, it is responsibility for me, so that once again to tell the simple things regarding machine learning. So first one is the example of this traditional programming. In traditional programming, what happens? So we have some computer. We need to simply feed the data and rules, and ultimately, whatever we will get as an output once we are feeding the data, and once we are simply analyzing the data, computing the data based on the rules. This is the traditional programming. But the thing is something different once we are discussing regarding this machine learning. Here, so as a result, we will get the rules. So we need to input the data, we need to input the output, and as a result, we will get the rules only. Sometimes we may not have the output, simply the input will give for the supervised, unsupervised reinforcement. So various machine learning algorithms are there. So once simply, but in the simplest sense, we can tell that. So once we'll feed the data and output to a machine, as a result, we'll get the rules in case of this machine learning. And what are the most important thing of machine learning? So most important thing of machine learning is that it can learn from the data through self-improvement. It can learn from the data through self-improvement, where it does not require the logic which may be explicitly given or explicitly coded by the programmer. So the most important thing regarding machine learning is that it can learn from the examples, it can learn from the data to produce the accurate results. So machine learning simply, it combines the data with the statistical tools to predict some good output. Yes. Now here we'll find out that how the machine learning is helping us to become a good data scientist, or what are the contribution of machine learning towards this data science. So to become a good data scientist, one should be aware about the various machine learning techniques and its algorithms. As in data science, so normally we use the various kinds of machine learning algorithms which are broadly being used in our day-to-day life to solve the complex real-world problems. Now here we are finding some machine learning algorithms that we are using in data science. So here I'll not go in detail. So this regression is there. These are basically mostly used in data science. The regression analysis is there. Decision tree clustering. This is PCA, SVM. All these things are there. Artificial neural network. So all these things are mainly we are using in data science. Now, if we say a few words regarding this regression, what is the linear regression? So first word I can tell that this linear regression, this is very much popular machine learning algorithm, and it is based on the supervised learning. So once here the term is coming, supervised learning, yes, this is based on the label data. We have the data, we have the output corresponding the data, and we are building up the models so that once we will take some new data, it will predict something based on the data, what it has learned in the earlier phases. So many things are there regarding this regression. Perhaps it's a topic of any FDP. So that linear regression analysis. So as I will skip it. I will not discuss in detail. So next, the thing is the decision tree. Yes, the decision tree. It is also an important supervised machine learning algorithm. In decision tree, what happens? So it is used I think mainly for classification and for regression problems. So what do we do here? Since the term is tree, so here we will solve the problem using the tree representations. Where in tree, what is happening? So we are working with some nodes. So here again in this tree, a decision tree, we will work with the nodes. So here each node represents a feature, and once you are working with the node, so each and every node will have some branches, where the branches represent some decision, and obviously the leaf that will represent the outcome. And next is our clustering algorithm. So once we are focusing on clustering, so I think obviously automatically the things that is coming to our mind, there is the k-means clustering algorithm. And this k-means clustering algorithm, this is an unsupervised learning algorithm. Now, what is unsupervised learning algorithm? So it works on the unlabeled data. Data are not labeled here. So you have some data. Okay, so you don't have any output corresponding to this data. So what you need to do? So once you are given a set of data items with certain features and values, then what you need to do once you are applying the k-means clustering? So we need to categorize those data items into some groups. Yes, those groups basically is nothing but the cluster. So how to achieve these groups, different groups based on the various data, whatever you have taken as input. Yes, this is the working for this k-means clustering, which will help you to categorize the data from a set of used data. Now, how to solve the problems in data science using this machine learning techniques or machine learning algorithms? So once we need to find that is it A or B, which category it belongs to. So if the problem is like that, so then we need to apply the classification algorithm. If the problem is like that, is it different? Then this is anomaly detection algorithm. How much or how many? If we face this kind of problem, obviously we need to apply this regression algorithm. And how it is organized? Yes, this belongs to the clustering algorithm, and most popular clustering algorithm is the k-means clustering algorithm. Yes, this is the important thing right now. We are finding relations among artificial intelligence, machine learning, deep learning, and data science. Simply artificial intelligence, since it's our topic of discussion today, we will discuss regarding this artificial intelligence. So directly I am coming to machine learning. So machine learning is a subset of AI. Now, what is deep learning? Yes, again it is a subset of machine learning. So as I am telling, so once we want to mimic the behavior of human brain, we want to do the same kind of things, whatever the human brains or whatever is implemented by the human brains. So if we want to achieve the same kind of things, then we need the help of this deep learning. And here you will find out the data science. So data science, it is including everything, starting from AI, ML, and ultimately DL. But again, you are finding data science is taking something from outside, which are not inside the artificial intelligence, machine learning, or deep learning. What are those? Yes, those are various statistical tools. Those are various mathematical and statistical tools that you need to solve the various problems using the data science techniques. So to become a good data scientist, we should be aware about all these things, AI, ML, and DL, and also we need to know some other things which are beyond of this AI, ML, and DL. Now, so once we want to discuss about this deep learning, perhaps it's not the right time to discuss the deep learning, but I will perhaps many other resource persons are there. They will discuss details regarding this deep learning. But I can tell only one thing in deep learning. So if we want to differentiate the deep learning from the machine learning, then we can tell that in deep learning, this step is feature extraction. So we add this step as the extra step. This is called as the pre-processing steps in machine learning, feature extractions. But in deep learning, we never need that kind of feature extractions, or simply that kind of pre-processing we never need in machine learning. Now, this is the deep learning applications, and important application is the face recognition. Face recognition, that's auto tagging, reverse image search, important thing, reverse image search. If you upload some image in Facebook, so automatically it will give you the label. So if you are uploading an image of a car, so automatically we will get the label car. So how these things is becoming possible? Again, it is the beauty of these deep learning techniques that this kind of intelligent thing is becoming possible. Now, another deep learning applications are there, so that so this is the face recognition or simply the mask detection. So if I ask, if someone gives us the task that you do something, so that in airport or most crowded place, you will find out someone who has not wear mask properly. So how to do that? Is it possible for any human beings? It's not possible for even for a massive number of you. If we work in a group, it is also not possible. So this is only possible that this is the term object detection. So this is only possible using the deep learning techniques, and also the fire detection. It is possible using this deep learning techniques. So these are the various applications of data science. So these few things we have discussed. This image recognition, speech recognition, gaming world. Yes, perhaps the gaming is the most, I think, applicable area where we will apply the idea of artificial intelligence as well as data science and machine learning. So this internet search, transport, healthcare, recommendation system, risk detection, where is not? So almost each and every places to solve the problems related to our complex and real life, where we are finding huge volumes data are there, then we need to apply the concept of data science to solve all those problems. Now, so these are the skills required by this data scientist. So this mathematics, computer science, domain knowledge. Now, simply if we ask the questions that what does a data scientist do? So I can say in a simplest term that most important task of the data scientist is to analyze the business data, to extract the meaningful insights from the business data. Yes, that is the most important task for this data science. Now, if we want to see what are the advantages of data science, so we will find out that so much significant advantages of data science are there. One of that is, now we can say that simply, so today we are working with the big data. So we have some huge volume of data available with us, and data is working as a key role in this data science. Simply, we can define it as a well for this today's world. So now with the help of this right tools, right technologies, algorithms, so we can use data and we can convert it into some distinctive business advantage. Using data science, we can find out the fraud using some advanced machine learning algorithms. So it will help us to build intelligent ability in machines. It is help us to find out the sentiment analysis. The sentiment analysis, that is one of the recent research trend, and it enables us to take better and faster decisions. and also for the right product recommendations, which are being used by most of the well-known business organizations. So for all that purpose, they are using this data science. So this is the future of this data science. The most recommended job or most demanded job in the 21st century, obviously it is the data science job. This is not according to us, simply that is regarding, this is according to the World Survey, that is Harvard's Business Review. Now, we have some advanced computational power. I think few decades back, we did not have that kind of advanced computational power. We have that power. We have that massive data. So what do we need to do? We have the power, computational power, we have the massive data. So now we need to have the techniques where we will use the computational power to extract the meaningful insights from this massive amount of data. And one important thing that today, basically once we are working in industry 4.0, it is the predictive maintenance and data science. This is a blessings for predictive maintenance in industry 4.0. Now, what is the predictive maintenance? So this is predictive maintenance means what? So it offers the potential to predict failure that had been simply unpredictable up to now. So this predictive maintenance that offers us that once you are purchasing some items, perhaps you can predict that when the items will fail, when the product will fail. So who will give you that kind of accurate predictions? Again, this is data science. Wherever we are getting this kind of prediction using this predictive maintenance technique. We'll quickly complete. So this is now, we have seen so much advantages of this data science. Now we will also parallelly will try to find out that what are the various challenges of data science. Although the data science is a blessing, it is a boon for us, but again we'll find out that so much challenges are there in data science and so much disadvantages are also there in data science. So this wide variety of information in data is essential for accurate analysis. But which organization will give you that kind of data? Which organization will reveal the data for you? So that's why this unavailability and difficulty to access the data. Although the data are there, but most of the organizations simply they are making some hesitation to provide that data to us. Perhaps myself and my research team personally visited to some research organizations and business organizations. We have requested, please share your data with us so that we can give you some meaningful insights. So here I am not taking any name, should not take any name in any FDP. So, but we have visited so many industries and organizations, but it is very much unfortunate that they have provided us only a limited amount of data. And we are finding that much difficulty to find out some meaningful insights from that limited amount of data. So that I am telling, the privacy issues are there. The companies, business organizations, they don't want to reveal the data to the other research world. So maybe they are thinking that someone may use it in misleading manner. Always this kind of difficulties will be there, and we need to work with this kind of uncertainty only. So now these are the various challenges of this data science technologies, whatever we are finding. So that's why we are finding the this kind of disadvantages also. Once we want to work with data, then maybe that most of the researchers are not getting that amount of data so that they can find out, they can work with the data and they can apply some meaningful algorithm to find out the most important thing from the data. So this is all about this data science. So simply in very much a brief manner, I have discussed the data science. Next, I'll quickly move. So initially my target was that I will take exactly 45 minutes for that, but here I have taken for 50 minutes for that. Okay. So now we'll move to that artificial intelligence. So, all this FDP was all about the future of data science and artificial intelligence. So we'll try to explore firstly the fundamental things of artificial intelligence, and then we'll try to explore, probably if time permits, show some applications on this artificial intelligence. So now, what is artificial intelligence? So just give me 2 minutes time. So. Yes. So what is artificial intelligence? So this artificial intelligence, once we say the term artificial intelligence, you are finding two keywords are there. One is the artificial, second one is keyword is the intelligence. So if we know the meaning of this artificial and intelligence, then probably we'll get what is the artificial intelligence. Now artificial, that defines man-made. Obviously artificial means man-made. And intelligence, so this defines the thinking power. So what about AI? So now AI means a man-made thinking power. Yes, so thinking power, that is not artificial and that is man-made. So this is the artificial intelligence. So here we can define it. It is a branch of computer science by which we can create intelligent machines which can behave like a human, which can think like a human, which can able to make decisions like a human. That means what are the behaviors or characteristics or properties in human? So simply we want to incorporate all this behavior perhaps in machine to make the machine intelligent, and that is the objective to study the artificial intelligence. Yes, so once we are telling regarding artificial intelligence, so we should remember this John McCarthy, basically the father of this artificial intelligence. So I should say his word, it's my duty, that Sir defined artificial intelligence as the science and engineering of making intelligent machines, especially so intelligent computers programs. So that is the artificial intelligence. So this is all about making a computer controlled robot and a software so that they can think intelligently in the similar manner how a intelligent humans can think. So we need in AI, we need to study how human brains thinks, how human brain learn and decide, and also how human brain work while they are trying to solve a problem. So if we can answer all these questions, then obviously we will get that how to achieve the artificial intelligence or how to incorporate that kind of intelligence in machine, so that machine also can work in the same manner how a human beings can do. Why we need this artificial intelligence? So you know that in today's world, what is happening? In today's world, the technology is growing very fast, beyond of our imagination level. And we are getting in touch of these various different technologies in day by day. Today we are finding some technology, tomorrow we'll get some another technology. Yes, so this is the emerging ideas of this computer science. So simply, so we can say that one of the most important technology in computer science, it is the artificial intelligence that is ready to create new revolution, that is ready to create something something new in the world by making intelligent machines. And so once we are finding that using the help of AI, we can create so many softwares and devices. So whatever we can solve the real life problems very easily with accuracy, such as that health issues, marketing, traffic issues. So let us concentrate about regarding the COVID-19. So in this COVID-19, so how to predict the things quite effectively, quite efficiently, so that the society can be benefited. So whatever we should do, whatever we should not do, how to measure all these things, so that we can do something for our society. How to do? We want that whatever we are the human beings we are thinking, so machine can also think the same thing in some different manner. So that means, so we are giving input whatever happened during the past two during the I think in the last 1.5 year, for the human beings, or how the COVID-19 has an impact to the health of human beings in the last 1.5. So if we can apply, if we can take an input this kind of data to the machines, and if we can apply some intelligent algorithms, perhaps we can find out that what may be the behavior of COVID-19 in the coming days, how it may change, how the COVID-19 is mutating itself again and again. So for all these things, we need a good analysis with those data. So for that kind of things, for that, to solve this kind of real world, this kind of real life challenges, we need to study this artificial intelligence. Now, these are the goals of this AI. So if we want to create some expert systems, so we need this artificial intelligence. So if we want to implement the human intelligence in machine, also we need this artificial intelligence. Now, simply if we focus on the goals in much more broader sense, what may be the various goals of artificial intelligence? So basically, it may be that we want to replicate the human intelligence. We want to solve some knowledge intensive task. We want to solve some task where some huge knowledge is required to solve that particular task. We want an intelligent collection. We want an intelligent association between the perception and action. What is perception? Perception means whatever we are getting from the environment, whatever a machine will get from the environment, that is the perception. And based on the perceptions, how it will behave to the environment, that is the action. So we need an intelligent connection between this perception and action. So we need to create some systems which can exhibit some intelligent behavior, which can learn some new things by itself, and which can demonstrate and explain, and sometimes it can advise the users, it can advise the human beings, it can advise the experts. Like in the health sector, we are taking help from the intelligent robots. Yes, that is the goals for AI. So that is the goals that we need to know AI. Now, what artificial intelligence is comprising of? So we'll find out artificial intelligence is comprising of so many things, starting from sociology, computer science, physiology, this psychology, this neuron science, biology. All these things are there in artificial intelligence. So simply we can say that sometimes we do the wrong thing. We say artificial intelligence is a part of computer science only. No, this is not the right thing. It is not just a part of computer science. It's so vast and it's required so many other factors, so which can contribute to it. So to create an AI applications, so we should know the various components of this artificial intelligence. If we say regarding the intelligence, simply we can say perhaps the intelligence, that is the intangible part of our brain, which is a combination, simply intelligence is a combination of reasoning. Intelligence is a combination of learning, problem solving perceptions, language understanding, and many more. So to achieve all these kind of things, reasoning ability, learning ability, problem solving ability, language understanding ability, if we want all these things, if we want to get the advantages of all these things, then perhaps we should have our artificial intelligence that have a clear cut or a vast knowledge regarding all other subjects which are beyond of this computer science. Now, this is the advantages, or some of the advantages of artificial intelligence. So it will provide high accuracy with less errors. So once we are building up some machines or some models using artificial intelligence, then it probably it will find we can find some result, some outcome using some high accuracy, and perhaps it may be some very much less errors are there. So normally the AI systems are very much high-speed systems, very much high-speed systems probably we cannot imagine. So it provides us very much high speed and faster decision making. And I think you know that what is the advantages of decision making. So if our AI model is very much good one, then perhaps our AI model that can beat even a chess champion in the chess game. See the importance of AI. So if our product, if our AI system is so much capable, we can apply that kind of capability, that kind of reliability to the AI system. Even it can beat a chess champion. So that means it has the capability. Once we apply that kind of knowledge to a machine, perhaps it can work much more intelligent manner rather than a human being. So this is very much useful in risky areas. So once we are doing some risky works, normally we should take help of robots, because in that particular environment may be very much risky for a human being. So better to take help of robot, of some artificial intelligence machine, so that risk factor for us may be minimized. So like that, many other advantages of artificial intelligence are there. Yes, these are the disadvantages also of artificial intelligence. Sometimes it is of very much high cost. So what about the hardware or what about the software things we need, hardware and software component of AI, sometimes we find is very much costly, and it requires much maintenance to meet the current world requirements. And most important thing is that, so we cannot think out of the box. What does it mean? So if we say that yes, we are making some smarter machine, some very much smart artificial intelligence model, but yet they cannot work out of the box. A robot, once we are considering the robot, we can do only that work for which they are trained or for which they are programmed. For a specific task, if they are not programmed and you are applying robot to solve that particular task, obviously robot will help them. And most important thing is that this artificial intelligence models no feelings and emotions. We obviously are the human beings. We have so much feelings and emotions with us. But once we are working with the robot or artificial intelligence, intelligent machines, perhaps more research works are going on. We are also in a project. We are trying to incorporate that kind of feelings and emotions in machines also. But perhaps sometimes it may be harmful also. Okay, for the users, if proper actions or proper care is not taken. So once we are trying to embed some kinds of feelings and emotions to machines, then perhaps that research group should be much more careful, because sometimes it may harm the society also. So these are the few disadvantages of that artificial intelligence. Now these are the applications. These are the applications of AI. We will find out a number of applications of AI. Where is not a number of things. So artificial intelligence has a broad application, various applications in today's society. So you are finding, here I have given a name of a few only. Okay, so it is very much essential to solve a complex problem in efficient manner. So even in healthcare, entertainment, finance, education, where is not, almost each and every places. So it is the artificial intelligence only which is making our daily life more comfortable and fast. So here I have given some few significant applications of artificial intelligence. So we can apply artificial intelligence in astronomy. We can apply artificial intelligence in gaming. We can apply artificial intelligence in gaming. Yes, today we will see, we'll explore some of the applications of artificial intelligence in gaming. So AI can be used gaming much more intelligently. So AI machines can play strategic games like chess. As I have told, so we have a proof. So some organizations have designed such an intelligent machines, so that is able to beat even some chess champions, and we have observed that kind of events in our past days. So we can apply AI in finance. So so this artificial intelligence and finance perhaps the best matches for each other. Finance industry, they are applying the automation. They are using the chatbot. They are using the adaptive intelligence. They are using intelligent trading. How they are implementing all these things? So they are implementing all these things using this artificial intelligence. And one most important thing is the data security. So much huge volume data are there. We need to focus on the data. We need to who will focus on the security of the data? Almost each of us are focusing, highlighting on the security of data. If data are not secure, perhaps what about the research works? Perhaps what about the applications you are doing using the artificial intelligence will have no use. We need data, but at the same time, we need data to be secure. The secure data, security of data is very much crucial, very much essential for each and every company. This cyber attacks, I should not take any name, but cyber attacks, it's growing very much rapidly in this digital world. Now we need to use AI. That AI can be used to make our data much more safe, much more secure. AI should have the capability to apply that kind of security to the data, so that once you are working with the big data, your work will not be hampered. And also, the social media. So perhaps if I tell what are the applications of AI in social media, perhaps everyone, all of the participants can tell more than me that how they are using AI in social media. So AI is becoming highly demanding in this social media, Facebook, Twitter, and perhaps many things are there. Okay, so that contains billions of user profiles, which need to be stored and managed in a very much effective manner, efficient way. Suppose I am using my Facebook, and at the same time, once I want to access what I have posted few days back regarding this FDP, then if I am finding a little bit delayed is there, then what will happen? Should I wait for that? So that means, yes, so that particular social media, Facebook, Twitter, they are taking care of our needs, our demands. So based on my post, they are giving me some recommendation. Based on my post, they are delivering the post to the interested ones, to the needed ones. Yes, so that means in social media, we will find out so much strong applications are there of artificial intelligence. So artificial intelligence can organize and manage huge amount of data. It can analyze a huge amount of data to identify the latest trends, to identify the hashtag and requirement of the different users. If Facebook finds, Twitter finds what are the requirement for me, so obviously I find out that kind of post I will get more perhaps in Facebook or Twitter. So that many applications are there. So one interesting applications I will tell, that AI in robotics. How we can apply AI? What are the applications? What are the important thing of AI in robotics? Artificial intelligence has an well-known and very much remarkable role in robotics. So normally, once we are programming general robots, so that we are using the robot so that they can work a repetitive task, repetitive jobs without any mistake. Suppose someone asking me that, okay, that you do this task 100 times, then what will happen? Although the task is very much easy for me, but asking to do the task 100 times, what I will do? Perhaps after my 25th times, perhaps I will feel little bit, I think, lazy, and then perhaps after 50 moves, what I am finding, oh, this is not so much interested. I am not getting any interest. So then what I will do? Perhaps I will start doing some mistakes. What is required? Then for the repetitive works, we need this artificial intelligence. So next the application of AI in entertainment. How in entertainment we can apply artificial intelligence? We are currently using some AI-based applications in our daily life. I think all my participants can tell a few names: Netflix, Amazon. So we are using that kind of entertainment services in our daily life, and with the help of this machine learning, artificial intelligence algorithms. So these services are showing us the programs or the shows. So they are automatically recommending us that perhaps that shows I will observe perhaps more and more. So based on my history, based on my perceptions, what I have seen in Netflix, so Amazon, so they are providing us that kind of movies, that kind of products again and again. So again, many things are there. So agriculture, e-commerce, AI in education. Yeah, so I should not forget it. Application of AI in education. How the AI, what are the applications of AI is there in education? Once after collecting all the marks, once we are doing the grading system, so that means obviously grading is taking some time. So AI can automate the grading systems so that perhaps a professor can have more time on research and more time on teaching. And suppose once students are communicating with us regarding any query, then perhaps we can design an AI chatbot so that can communicate with the students as a teaching assistant. An interesting thing is that once you design the chatbot, then students will never feel that they are communicating with the machine. They are communicating. They will feel that yes, they are communicating with the teacher, with the sir only. He said that kind of advancement is there in artificial intelligence. So perhaps I can tell AI and in future can be worked as a professional virtual tool for students, which can be accessible easily anytime from any place. So AI, it is the artificial intelligence. We have seen the proofs of artificial intelligence, how it has changed the entire education in the last 1.5 years due to that particular unfortunate COVID-19. And also I can say that AI is going to take much more charges in the coming days, so that education will become much more comfortable for everyone. Now, this is the various applications, some applications of AI already we have discussed. Yes, one important thing is that programming without AI and programming with AI, what is the difference? So a computer program without AI can answer only the specific questions which it is meant to solve. But once we are writing a computer program using AI, that can answer generic questions that is meant to solve. So program without AI, specific questions they can solve. program with AI, they can solve the generic questions. And once we are writing a program without using AI, then modification in that program lead to change in the program structure. But once it is AI program, so AI program can absorb new modifications easily by placing highly independent pieces of information together. Perhaps you can modify a code in a very less time without affecting the structure of your AI model. So that kind of modifications is not quick and easy in program without AI, but that kind of quick and easy program modifications can be done in program wherever we are using the concept of AI. So now, in a very quickest manner, I will tell something regarding the intelligent systems. So once we are coming, regarding the intelligent systems in artificial intelligence, so perhaps very first we should say, what is the intelligence? What is intelligence? So I think intelligence, the definition of intelligence is well known for us. What is intelligence? Now let us see what is intelligence. Yes, so it is the ability. So it is the ability of a system to calculate, reason, perceive relationship, analogy, learn from experience, store and retrieve information from memory, solve complex problems, comprehend complex ideas, use natural language fluently, classify, generalize, and adapt new situation. So if someone have this facility, someone have all these things, then that is the intelligent machine. So the intelligent machine should have these characteristics. Normally all these characteristics will have in a intelligent human being. Now, what intelligent is composed of? So that is a very much interesting idea. What intelligent is composed of? So okay, so that intelligence is tangible. Intelligence, it is very much tangible. So what it is composed of? So let us see what it is composed of. So it is composed of reasoning, it is composed of learning, it is composed of problem solving, perceptions, and this linguistic intelligence. So what is reasoning? What is this learning? What is problem solving? What is perception? Okay, so let me tell a few things regarding that. What is reasoning ability? So when we see of that someone will have this reasoning ability, when we will feel that someone will have this learning ability or this problem solving ability, perception ability. Okay, so once I will proceed, I will discuss. So once we are considering regarding this reasoning, so mainly two kinds of reasonings are there. One is this inductive reasoning and second one is this deductive reasoning. Now, what is this inductive reasoning and what is this deductive reasoning? So inductive reasoning means it will start from a specific observations to make some broad general statements. So it will start from a specific observations and ultimately it will make some broad general statements. And once we are dealing with this deductive reasoning, so it will work with the general statement and ultimately it will examine the possibilities to reach a specific logical conclusion. So for this inductive reasoning example is that, so even if the premises are true in a statement, so inductive reasoning allows the conclusion to be false. Why? Because its conduct started with specific observation. So from the specific observations, we want to conclude some general statements. It may be false. It may not be always true. But if we want to do some general statement, it starts with the general statements. We have some general statements, general observations with us, and we want to make some specific conclusion. Perhaps it will be true. So it will be always true. So once we are doing some specific conclusion from some general statement, from some generic term. Now, what is learning? So this learning activity, it is all about gaining knowledge. It is all about gaining knowledge and skill by studying, practicing, or all these things. So this learning enhances the awareness of the subjects of the particular study. Now this learning can be categorized: auditory learning, episodic learning, and motor learning. Okay, I'll skip all these things. So I'll directly come to a specific idea. So all these intelligence are necessary. Yes. So now important thing is that how to make a difference between human intelligence and this machine intelligence. What are the difference between this human intelligence and machine intelligence? So human perceives by patterns, whereas machine perceives by set of rules and data. Very much important. Human perceives by pattern, whereas machines perceives by rules and data. So human can store and recall information by patterns. Machine do it by searching algorithms. Let us see an example. The number this 40404040, it is very much easy to remember for a human being. For a human being, it's so much simple to remember. But how a machine can remember? Yes, so machine can remember using some rules. Human can perceive by pattern. What is the pattern is there? We are observing. But machine perceives by rules. What are the rules are there in this number? So that is the difference between this human intelligence and this machine intelligence. And one most important thing is that human can figure out the complete object, even some parts of it is missing or distorted or damaged, whereas machine cannot do it correctly. So whatever we are working in our day-to-day life, we are working with the uncertainty. Whatever informations we are having in our surroundings, in our real life, all are about uncertain information. And that means what is uncertain? So we will say some information is uncertain once it is incomplete, once it is imprecise. So tell me something, what is completely known surrounding you? Which thing you know completely? Can you tell what will be the weather today? What will be the weather at evening? I can tell maybe sunning, maybe little bit raining, maybe like that, less, more like that. So that means what? What about the knowledge I have? Or what about the things I am observing? So always, what about the data I am having? What about the informations I am having? All the data and informations are incomplete or imprecise in nature. If we have some data that is complete and precisely given, we feel fortunate. Our traditional model will work. You don't need some machine learning optimization and some uncertain models. But once data is not given completely, not given precisely, what to do? Yes, then we need to take help of all these things. But the thing is that what I am telling, that human has the capability to figure out the complete object, even if some part is missing. But what do you feel? Do you feel machines have that kind of capability? Yes. If we apply that kind of intelligence in machine, machine also can behave in the same manner how a human being can behave. So one thing that I think the most certain thing in our real life is the uncertainty. This is the I think the most truth, the truth thing about today that we cannot deny. Most certain thing is the uncertainty in our real life. So how to work with this uncertainty? Human beings can work. How an intelligent machine can work? Yes. So to work, to apply that kind of ability to machines, we need to model our program accordingly. Now, this is the various research areas of AI. So in expert systems, you can work. Now, expert systems, so neural networks, robotics, fuzzy logic is there, natural language processing is there. So if we want to work with artificial intelligence, so just you can select anyone. You can start working with fuzzy logic. You can start working with this natural language processing. So even with fuzzy logic, we can solve some artificial intelligence problem. We can design some fuzzy expert systems. You know that if we say regarding the fuzzy washing machine, basically that is the much more relevant example of this fuzzy expert system. Now, little bit we will say regarding this agent and environment. Then quickly I move to that another part of the crucial part of this artificial intelligence. So just give me 1 minute. I will give some. So once we are working with this artificial intelligence, then perhaps agent is the most well-known thing. Once someone will study or will explore the artificial intelligence, it may be the very first chapter we need to study regarding agent. So without agent, artificial intelligence is incomplete. What is agent? So agent is something that can perceive its environment through sensors, and it can act on the environment using effectors. So agent should perceive something from the environment using the sensors, and ultimately it will act upon the environment using these effectors. So here we are finding 3 kinds of agent: human agent, robotic agent, and software agent. What is human agent? Human agent means, human agent. What we have the eyes, we have the ears, and other organs. So that can work as the sensors. As I am telling, agent will work with the sensors. It can perceive the environment using sensors. So if we take the example of human agent, what is our sensors? Our sensors may be our skin, our sensors may be our eyes, our sensors may be our tongue, like. So now, what is our effectors? Our effectors means by which we can act on the environment. So if we say regarding human agent, so effectors are this: we have legs, we have hands, so these are our effectors. Now, if we say about the robotic agent, so perhaps these cameras, infrared range finders for these sensors, and various motors for these actuators and effectors. And if we say regarding the software agent, then it will have these keystrokes, file content as sensor input, and it can act on these inputs and display the corresponding output on the screen. Now, so we know what is an agent. So now perhaps we need to know that what is an intelligent agent. So we can say that intelligent agent is that kind of agent. So when it will act on the environment using sensors and actuators, so it can achieve to the desired goal much more comfortable manner. So an intelligent agent, so it should have the ability so that it can learn from the environment to achieve the desired goals. Now, these following are the main rules for the intelligent agent. It must have the ability to perceive from the environment. Observation must be used to make decisions. Decisions to result in an action, and the action taken by the AI agent must be a rational action. So it must be rational, so that we can, once the action of an intelligent agent is rational, then we can say that agent also is rational agent. Yes, this is the definition of this rational agent. So rational agent, so it has a clear performance, model uncertainty, acts in such a way to minimize its performance measure with all possible actions. So a rational agent is said to perform the right things. So that is the definition for this rational agent. Now, these various types of agents are there, so I will not go through all these things. But agent means what? Agent means its architecture and agent program. Architecture means what? Architecture means it is the machinery that an agent executes. An agent program means it is an implementation of an agent function. So agents may be structured, can be structured with this architecture and with this agent program. And these are the few examples of agents: simple reflex agent, model-based reflex agent, goal-based, utility-based, and learning-based. So today I will not go through all these ideas. Now, one most important thing in artificial intelligence, important concept, is the concept of Turing test. What is the Turing test? So that means to measure the successful behavior of a system, you need to apply this Turing test. So that means a machine is intelligent or not, a machine is successful or not, how to do it, how to perform the measure, or how to measure the performance. Here during Turing test, what you will do, these two persons and a machine to evaluate it, to participate in this test. So out of these 2%, 1% will play the role of tester. Each of them sits in a different role. So what is happening? So three things are there. One machines are there and 2 persons are there. So one person means the tester. So tester is unaware who is a machine and who is a human being. So tester is interacting with some machine as well as with the human beings. So tester asking some questions by typing and sending, so both to the intelligent machines and the human being. So if the tester is unable to find out based on the answers he is receiving from the machine and human being, that who is a machine and who is a human being, if the tester is unable to find out the difference between them, then perhaps the machine is the intelligent one. Yes, this is the need of Turing test to test the behavior of an intelligent machine. Yes, the most important thing we now discuss, the adversarial search. Actually, we have some papers, we have some research works on this adversarial search. So what we have done, so basically here, so using this adversarial search, so we have applied some machine learning concepts, and we have tried to implement it something. Okay, so in the process, I'll deal with the fact. So first, let us know what is the adversarial search. No, we have experience in the search where we assume that we are only the intelligent entity and we have explicit control over the world. That kind of we are very much habituated. So let us consider something. So that what happens when we relax those assumptions that we are only the intelligent entity and we are playing the games, no one is playing against us. Let us relax those kind of assumptions. Let us feel that we have an enemy. Yes, in the real life, always we are finding that kind of things. So now adversarial search, so that means, so it is the situation where more than one agent is searching for the solution in the same search space, and this situation usually occurs in the gameplay. That means in adversarial search, multi-agent, this will work in a multi-agent environment. 2 or more environment are working, are playing in this adversarial search games, where one entity is opponent to the second entity, and they are playing against each other. And their objective of that, each agent needs to consider the action of another agent and the effect on the actions on their performance. So that means once I will play chess with another agent, then obviously I need to consider what are the moves that are given by the other agents. Yes, that is the example of adversarial search. That means here in this adversarial search, so where 2 or more players, they have the conflicting goals, trying to explore the same search space for the solution. So this search space is called this adversarial search space, and also this particular problem is known as the gaming problem in the framework of this artificial intelligence. So here in adversarial search, more what I can tell that perhaps one person, one agent is trying to maximize his benefit or moves, or whatever the advantage he is getting from the move, he is trying to maximize it. At the same time, the other agent will trying to minimize the benefit getting by the first entity. And so both of the entity are trying to maximize the benefit in that sense. So now let us explore that particular thing, the adversarial search. Yes. So once we are thinking regarding the games in artificial intelligence, then So we are working, we are getting this kind of information, perfect information, imperfect information. At the same time, it may be deterministic, it may be non-deterministic. So what does it mean that imperfect information, perfect information? So a game with perfect information is that in which agent can look in the complete board. Agent can have the complete information regarding the game. So yes, so examples are chess, checkers, and they can see the other moves also. Imperfect information kind of things. When is the imperfect information in this game? Agents don't have all information regarding the game and not aware about the fact what is going on. Such type of game are called this imperfect informations. So battleship, in the battleship, so once someone is in the battlefield, so we cannot predict whatever the move may be by the other agent. So it's very much difficult. It's not so much complete information. Now another thing is the deterministic games and non-deterministic games. So deterministic games are those games which which follow a strict pattern and a set of rules for the games. So there is no randomness associated with those games. Examples are obvious to the chess. And what is non-deterministic? Non-deterministic are those games simply which have various unpredictable events and that has a factor of luck, chance, unpredictable event, luck factor. So that means, so once I think you are playing this particular non-deterministic, the dice, cards, simply the example of non-deterministic games are dice, cards, and non-deterministic perfect information. These two non-deterministic imperfect information is nuclear war or all these things. So these are random. Non-deterministic games are random. Each action response is not fixed. Simply, these non-deterministic games, we can say these games are stochastic games also. Now, one important thing is the zero-sum game in the adversarial search. What is zero-sum game? So, zero-sum game are the adversarial search which involves a pure competition. Pure competition should be there. So here, each agent gain or loss of utility is exactly balanced by losses or gains of utility of the other agent. So here, one player try to maximize one single value, while other player try to minimize. So that is the chess and tic-tac-toe. These are the examples of the zero-sum game. So in zero-sum game, so this is involved embedded thinking in which one agent or player trying to find out what to do, how to decide the move, needs thinking about the opponent only. So once we are playing chess, it's not like that. So simply we are giving the moves. So we need to think about the opponents also. And also the opponent can think what to do. So that is the example, that is the idea of this zero-sum game. Now, this is the game tree. Now, what is a game tree? So, artificial intelligence, once we are trying to find some solution regarding some problem, we are getting this game tree. So, game tree is a particular kind of tree where nodes of that tree are game states and edges of that tree are moves by the players. Game tree involves this initial state, action, function, result. So, this is the game tree. Yes, this is the game tree. So, once you play tic-tac-toe game, so this is the example of game. So here we need to see. So here we may consider two players are there. One is the max, second one is the mean. So now players have alternate turn, and let's see that these games started with max. So what the max is trying? So max maximize the result of the game tree. And what is mean is trying? Obviously, mean is the opponent of max. So mean is trying to minimize the result. So this is the simple example. So if max putting a cross here, then what mean will do, where mean will put this circle here. So again, max based on that they will play, and maybe someone will gain, someone will lose, and maybe maybe the game may be ended with no result also. Now, in this max-min algorithm, so if we want to find out in detail regarding this max-min algorithm, okay, so let us, before that, so let us say more regarding this tic-tac-toe examples. So here, whatever we are finding, the max may have 9 possible moves here. So say 9 cells are there, so max may have 9 possible moves. So against each moves of max, so mean has 8 possible moves. So like that, the game, we are proceeding with this game. Now this is the max-min algorithm. So quickly I will tell. So in this max-min algorithm, this is basically a recursive or backtracking algorithm which is used for decision making and game theory. So in max-min algorithm, basically this is the mostly used algorithm, game playing algorithm in artificial intelligence. This algorithm computes the minimax decision for the current state. So in this algorithm, 2 players are there. One is the max and other one is the mean. So both of the players fight as the opponent players to get the maximum benefit from that. So both players of the game are opponent of each player. So max will select the maximized value and mean will select the minimized value. So here the minimax algorithm performs a depth first search algorithm for exploration of this complete game tree. Also, I can tell that here the minimax algorithm, whatever we are using, that proceeds here all the way, proceeds down to the terminal node of the tree. So start from the root node, it proceeds to the terminal node of the tree, and then we will backtrack that tree using the recursion procedure. So this is the working. Of this minimax algorithm. So in this step 1, what we are doing? So this algorithm generates the entire game tree and applies utility function to get the utility values for the terminal states. So these are the terminal states. Here we are getting the utility value. So initially what we assume, so the maximizer takes first term and has worst case initial value minus infinity. Minimizer will take the next term, which has this worst case initial value as this plus infinity. Now let us see what is happening here. So what is happening here? So here it is the maximizer. So now we first find the utility values for the maximizer. So initial value is this infinity, minus infinity. So we will compare each value of the terminal state with this initial value of the maximizer, and then we'll determine the higher values of these nodes. So it will find the maximum among of this. So it will find what is the maximum between this -1 and 4, and as well as this will be the maximum value for this node 4. What is the maximum between 2 and 6? So here it will be 6. Similarly for these other nodes. So we'll get here -3 and we'll get here 7. So in the next what we will get? So max done. So then we will come to the minimizer. So minimizer, it will find out the minimum value. So I'm between 4 and 6, it is the 4. Between -3 and 7, it is the -3. Next, what will happen? So in this next, so again it is the move for maximizer. So maximizer will select the maximum value between this 4 and -3, and it will be 4 only. Yes. So now see here. So now which path? So it is getting the maximized value as 4. So here we will again choose the maximum value for all node values and find the maximum value for the root node. Now in this game tree, there is only 4 layers. Hence we reach immediately to the root node. But in reality, there will be more and more layers, not only 4 layers. So based on this example, whatever we can get, that which part is the best part for maximizer? Yes, if maximizer take this part, then perhaps the maximizer will be benefited, and this is the best part for the maximizers. Maximizer can follow this path for having the maximum benefit, although it is getting a strong opponent from the minimizer. So now this is some properties of this min-max algorithm. Yes, most important thing is that time complexity. So what will be the time complexity for this max-min algorithm, minimax algorithm? So here, as it performs depth first search for this game tree, so time complexity of this minimax algorithm will be order of b to the power n, where b be the branch factor, m be the depth of the tree. Once again, we'll see this example. So if we want to try, if we try to find out the time complexity for this particular example, what will be the time complexity? So simply time complexity will be order of b to the power n. Why? Because you need to find out each and you need to explore each and every branches. So once you need to explore each and every branches and your depth is m. So obviously, your time complexity will be order of b to the power n. So see, time complexity order of b to the power means what? So yes, this is the main drawback. So main drawback of minimax algorithm, it gets really slow for complex games, chess, like chess. Time complexity is so huge. So what will happen? If time complexity is so much huge, so what is the utility of minimax game? Minimax game is well suitable where you will get some less depth or less branch factors. But once you are getting it maximum, then obviously it is the main limitation, and then you need some other algorithms. That algorithm known as this alpha beta pruning. So this limitation of this minimax algorithm that can be improved using the help of this alpha beta pruning. So what is the alpha beta pruning? So simply the alpha beta pruning, this is the modified version of this minimax algorithm. So in alpha beta pruning, the important thing is that here we need to minimize the time complexity. So here we no need to examine, yes, so no need to check all the nodes. So here, what you need to do? So like as a minimax algorithm in alpha beta pruning, no need to explore all the nodes. So this algorithm will work in such a manner that some of the nodes you can discuss during your process of exploring the nodes. You can prune some nodes, you can discard some nodes during the process. And that's why this technique is known as this pruning. So, so two parameters are there. One is the alpha, second one is the beta. Alpha parameter is responsible for the maximizer, and beta parameter will be applicable to this minimizer. Now let us see. So how alpha beta pruning we can apply on something. So alpha beta pruning is a standard minimax algorithm that returns the same move as the standard algorithm does, but it removes the nodes which are not really affecting the final decision. Whatever the final decision you received using the minimax algorithm instead of this high time complexity, the same thing you can get using the alpha beta pruning. But the interesting thing is that minimax is slow, but alpha beta pruning is much more faster. And that's why the researchers are using alpha beta pruning in their research works. So now we'll see. So this is the example of alpha beta pruning. So here the value of 2 and 3, what work initially will do? So initially, so it will maximize the value. So initially we'll get here. So 3, so 2, 3, maximum value will be 3. Now 3 will be shifted here, moved here. So this is also 3. Okay. So in the next process, what we will check? So this 5, this value, it will come here. Next part we will check. Now let's see the scenario. So 5, we are copying it here. Now next see. Since at this node, value is 3 for the minimizers, that means at this node, minimizer is thinking that I need a path where by you applying this path, value at that node will be either 3 or less than 3. And it is same time thinking that already I have a path, this path, where if I select this path, value is 3. And if I select this particular path, Since 5 is more than 3, so value will become more. It has already got a path. Why the value is becoming 3 or less than 3. So why it will go? Why it will need to explore this path? Is it needed to explore the path? It is not required. That's why that node can be pruned. Yes, this is the beauty of this alpha beta. So here intelligently, because we are working with intelligent agents only. So using that knowledge, using that intelligence, it can find out that which node is required to be visited, which node is not required to be visited. Then these 3 will be pasted here. Then 3 will come to the root node. So here now we'll get the value at root node as 3. The root node here will get the value as 3. So next this value will copy here 3. So next let us come, this value will be 3 alpha. Next let us come to this one. Here what are finding 0 and 1. Here maximum value will be 1. Okay. So here, so once the maximum value will be 1, so here whatever we are finding. So here we are finding the node value. Here the node value is 3. So now based on that, whatever we are getting. So here it is maximum. So here it is getting that. So if I take some here at this point, if I have some path, by utilizing that path, here value will be 3 or more than 3. Now if I use this path, then perhaps here value will be less than 3. If I use this path, then in this case, the value, since the value is 1, so if I take this path, the value, whatever I will get, that is less than 1. But what is the objective for the maximizer? To have some value, what will be 3 or more than 3. So if this is the objective, then why the need is there to explore all these nodes? No need is there to explore all these nodes. Better to prune it, better to discard all these nodes. Yes. So this is the working of this alpha beta. So unnecessarily we will not explore the nodes which are not required in the process of our alpha beta. So alpha beta pruning is giving us that kind of relaxation, so that we can come out from that the limitation of this time complexity. So this was all about this alpha beta pruning, and I think so almost time is running up. So I'll take 5 minutes time. I'll complete exactly at 1 o'clock. Then I will get the question answers from the participants. Although it will take a little bit more time, but I expect that the organizers will give me that time, so to complete my session. So now this knowledge-based agent. So basically here will not discuss. But one most important part here we will see that this one pass problem in artificial intelligence. This is very much important problem in artificial intelligence, and if we can solve this one pass problem in artificial intelligence, then perhaps we can solve many other problems. So this one pass problem is what is happening. So here one intelligent agent is there, okay, and some one pass is there. Who is a one pass? It is a beast basically. So and some pits are there. What is pits? Pits are bottomless. If you move to the pit, if you travel to the pit, so it may fall down, it may never come out. And what is the important thing? So once there is some pit in a particular cell, some bridges will be there. And in one of the cells there will be gold. And once the gold is there, it will glitter. And once in some cell that one pass is there, it is a bad smell will come. That is strange. Now, what is your objective? What is the objective of that agent? So objective of the agent is to travel through this cave safely, so that he or she or the artificial intelligent agent will never fall down to pit, will never be eaten by the worm pass. So he can successfully reach to that cell where gold is there. So the agent will collect the gold and it will come out successfully from the cave. But you see that the situation, the problem is not so much easier. Since the agent is intelligent one, so it can sense the breeze. So once it can sense the breeze, probably it can find out where is the peak, and it can, if it have a sense of stench, probably it can assume where is the wampus. So based on that knowledge, it can travel through the cave. It can collect the gold. But yes, it must be, that agent must be careful enough so that it is not beaten by this wampus. So this wampus world, that kind of problem we are finding around us. So almost each and every problem, whatever we are feeling, so that kind of problem is there. We have some objective, but to achieve that objective, we have so much barriers among us. And if we play down to the barriers, maybe we can never come out. And some barriers are there that will give us some signals that I am the barriers. Don't come this side. And so if we, the human beings or the intelligent agent, can sense or can have a feelings of the barriers, can have a feelings of all these things, then obviously anyone will be successful by achieving the objective whatever we have in our real life. So in that sense, this wampus world, so that is in the context of artificial intelligence, so that is very much important one since we are facing it in our day-to-day life. So basically, and I'll not proceed. So now, so with this, so I want to give some special thanks to the organizer. So I have to invite me for these sessions. And now it's the time for question answers. So I will feel happy. So if someone asking some questions. And also one thing is important. So here I have mentioned my contact number and email ID. So all the participants, I suggest feel free to contact me in this contact number or email ID whenever you are free, so that we can start some collaborative research work, or for any kind of assistance. So feel free to contact me. And with this, so now this is the question answer sessions. So participants, so if you have any doubt, if you want any clarifications regarding this session, so you are welcome to ask me. So I will feel happy to give you some of the answers.
Thank you, sir. Indeed, it was a session filled with information. Now, with your permission, I would like to take up the question answer session. If anyone has any questions, please raise your hand or put it in the Zoom chat. So there are a few questions in the Zoom chat. Can I say it out?
Okay, I'll check. Okay, here. Okay, I'm getting it. Okay, I'll see.
So the first question is, how can data science be used in gaming?
Yes. How data science can be used in gaming? Yes. So obviously that is very much interesting questions. So and very good questions. So as we have seen that the part of data science. Okay, data science, artificial intelligence is there in data science. Okay, the working principles of this machine learning is there in data science, and also deep learning is there in data science. As well as in data science, something else is there. So if we can take help of all these deep learning techniques, and if we can take help of the machine learning tools, so all these tools actually we can apply in this particular gaming. You know, whatever I told regarding the adversarial search, whatever which is all about gaming. So to achieve the objective, obviously you need to take help of these machine learning tools, and also AI tools and deep learning tools to resolve that gaming questions. So is it okay? Or actually this question I need to explain, I need to elaborate more. So that also I can be satisfied, also my participants also can be satisfied. But if time permits, obviously I'll do that. Otherwise, I request that participants so that you can contact me, so that whatever the problem you are getting in gaming, so that you can send me the problem, so that I can tell you explicitly in a particular precise problem, which particular model from artificial intelligence or machine learning or AI we can apply to solve that particular gaming problem.
Okay, sir. The next question is how to decide heuristic value for game search.
Yes. So actually, yeah. So actually, in the terminal nodes, we are getting the heuristic value. So here, simply, I have taken some example for the heuristic values. But if we play the chess, so how much better a particular move is. So based on that, we can apply some particular heuristic value to that particular move. If you are playing tic-tac-toe, how better your move is, how better it is affecting to the opponents. So particularly I can tell using the by having the application of chess only here. So that means once you are applying some moves, so by applying some moves, you are considering how much good is, how much bad is. If it is much more good, obviously we'll give much more heuristic value. If it is not a good move, so we will give some less heuristic value. So based on that, we can apply based on the decisions or based on the moves you are applying in your problem.
Thank you, sir. There's another question. What is recommender system and how the AI plays role in it?
Yes, very good question. So what is recommender system? Yes. So actually, once we will visit some place, so nearby us, some good shopping malls. So there we will find out that I think if I take some milk packet, immediately I will find out some paneer or some something milk products are there. So they are feeling that if I take that milk packet, maybe I will take butter also. Okay, so that is the real life application of these recommendation systems. That means it will automatically recommend based on your past experience. Whatever I have purchased from Amazon or Flipkart, so they are recommending the product based on my perceptions or based on my purchase. Particularly today, I have got some message from some good shopping mall. I don't want to take the name, but they are telling that, sir, we are observing that at weekend only you are having that particular shopping. So in this weekend we are giving so much offers. So please come to our shopping mall and take the offers. So see how much important is the recommender systems. All easily they are getting that while I am visiting to the shopping mall. Yes. So this is the way. So those recommendation system is I think affecting us in our real life. And particularly by seeing that message, I'm very much energetic. Yes, so they are giving some more, I think, more good products and some less price. So better to go to that shopping mall and see what is happening. Okay, so next question I will take.
Yes, so there are some questions from the YouTube live chat as well. With your permission, I would like to ask them to you on their behalf.
Yes.
Okay. So does hybrid AI plus soft computing system have better performance than only AI or soft computing system?
No, actually, a hybrid computing. Here the term is so basically hybrid computing. So two things are there. One is hard computing. Second one is soft computing. So hard computing works with the complete truth, either true or false. Once we have some precise analytical mathematical problem, then that can be solved with the hard computing. But for the soft computing, it can work with the partial truth also. That means for the uncertain and complex real life problem, once you don't have so much information regarding the problem, probably we can solve the problem using soft computing. And what is the hybrid computing? So hybrid computing is something that is in between hard computing and soft computing. So those problems which are classified as hard computing, there we can apply some well-known hard computing rules, procedures, as well as some well-known soft computing procedures. So for the purpose of our benefit.
Thank you, sir. What are the challenges in building hardware-based AI systems?
Okay, so yeah, so the main challenges is that actually all we are working in the software part, software sections. So we are not so much dealing with the hardware, but the question is very much interesting. So from the hardware part, what you can do, particularly we can design some VLSI systems using the artificial intelligence or using the machine learning concepts. So that can perhaps that can help us. And in contracts, once we are working with this, I think intelligent agent, so if we can embed some intelligent capability using by optimizing the VLSI systems, perhaps that can give us much more applicability. Actually, madam, once you can repeat the question, maybe I answered in some different way.
Yes, sir. 1 second. What are the challenges in building hardware-based AI systems?
Yes, yeah. So that firstly, that kind of actually hardware-based AI system. So firstly, that is may not be, it is not available to us, and it is very much costly. And next thing is that so you should have some complete knowledge about the hardware architecture. So simply artificial intelligence, once we are developing, so it is building, it is consist of the architecture and the software systems. So for the architectural part, so to have some good knowledge on the architectural part, so that means that kind of innovative, I think innovative ability or that kind of intelligence somehow you need to embed in that hardware part, so that they can work effectively. Now, how a robot can work in intelligent manner, or how a robot can take some decisions based on some optimization technique. So to do that, so we need to apply that kind of optimization knowledge in that robot. So that means although robot is built up with some hardware, but in that particular hardware, we need to give some experiences, some learning such input, so that particular hardware will work us, will assist us based on the working or based on the learning whatever we have given to that particular hardware.
Thank you, sir. One last question. How environment helps to select specific sensors and actuators?
How environment can select specific sensors and activators? Actually, you see that the artificial intelligent agent, once we are working with some intelligent agent, for each and every intelligent agent, they are perceiving the environment, okay, through the senses, and they are responding to the environment through these effectors or actuators. So actually, it is the environment, it is the agent only. That the agent, it will have that kind, it should have that kind of sensors. So if the environment, suppose today the environment is something like that, is something that's into the space system. So if environment is a space system, then it is the responsibility of the programmer to embed that kind of sensors and that kind of effectors in that particular region, so that it can send something from the space system. Now again, if the system is not space system, if the system is like some software systems, so we want to find out that how the software, or what will be the behavior of the software. Then here perhaps the sensors of the intelligent agent will be different from the sensors which is working with that particular space sensors. So here it may be that whatever the input it is getting from the software product, and whatever it is providing as an output, so for the software product, so the software product can behave in an optimized manner.
Thank you, sir. Here, I would like to conclude the question and answer session. Thank you so much, sir. Now, I would like to invite Bhagesha Patil to propose the vote of thanks.
Okay, before that, I want to tell few things, so that so once again I want to convey my thanks to the coordinators for this FDP, AI and data science, the future of tomorrow. Really, it's a nice platform for the participants to know something, to have some knowledge regarding this AI and data science. And also, I want to convey my thanks to the organizing committee, so for giving me the opportunity to share my thoughts about this platform organized by this Rajiv Gandhi Institute of Technology, Mumbai.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you once again. I want to thank the participants so that they are taking the I think headache to listen me over the last I think 2 hours. So a great huge thanks to my participants to listen me having that message to listen me for the last 2 hours. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Bhagesha, please continue.
Thank you so much, sir. Sir has given good insights on the topic of applications of AI and data science to solve real-life problems. On behalf of UNCITY's Rajiv Gandhi Institute of Technology and Department of Computer Engineering, Organizing Committee of Online Faculty Development Program, and on my own behalf, I extend a very hearty vote of thanks to Dr. Sujit Das, sir, for accepting our invitation as a resource person and spending his valuable time with us. Thank you so much, sir. And there is an announcement regarding the feedback link. Link is shared on the WhatsApp group as well as chat box and YouTube live chat. It is a request to all the participants to please fill the feedback form as it will be closed tomorrow at 11 a.m. Thank you.
Okay. So once again, thank you, madam. Thank you, Sumitra. So for particularly for inviting me, okay, or to keep in touch with me for this activity. So with this, all these thanks. So once again, thank you. So thank you one and all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, sir. Actually, we are very much happy over here, and actually all the participants, you can see, sir, in the chat box, the reply from them. So all are very happy with your session. Everyone has done the active participation in your session, sir. So it's our pleasure that we got you as a speaker for our FDP for one session. So thank you once again, sir, for giving us your valuable time and guiding us on the topic AI and data science. So in future also, sir, we need your guidance, sir. We'll contact you definitely.
Yes, madam. Yes, madam. You are always welcome. I also will feel happy. So if I get some opportunity to share my research works or to have some collaborative research works with Rajiv Gandhi Institute of Technology.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. In our institute also, sir, we have 3 research programs, that is PhD in computer science, in mechanical engineering, and in EXTC. So our research scholars will definitely get benefited by your knowledge that you have shared, sir. So in future also, as we need your help, sir, we'll communicate you. So thank you, the help that you extended to us.
Okay.
Thank you once
Welcome.
again, sir.
Welcome.
Have a good day, sir.